And now let us take you to a land that is desolate and seemingly without life. It is a land where hard men dwelled, where conquerors overtook other peoples and lands using swords to gain their wants in life.
It is a land without truth, a land that lacks an understanding of God, His Word, and His ways. Yet there is a voice crying for help, someone to understand, someone to listen. Jesus is that someone. In January 2012, God began speaking to us about Iceland. To our knowledge, there has never been a consistent apostolic voice within the country. While an easy layover during international flights, Iceland is not one's top choice when considering job relocation or retirement.
It is an island that withstands the harsh elements of winter for months on end, where trees and flowering vegetation are rare due to its volcanic foundation. The people are resilient, possessing a fortitude that matches the land upon which they dwell. Icelandic culture is steeped in paganism, and while not always understood, it is openly embraced and practiced.
Lutheranism is Iceland's official religion, and its members' roles are waning more and more each year. It is a free-thinking society seeking to be tolerant of all societal choices and walks of life. The agnostic and atheistic belief systems are expanding among the younger generations.
Yet someone is seeking, someone is hungry for knowledge of a God who would sacrifice Himself for them. Recently, Global Missions opened a door that will enable us to begin reaching into Iceland. By God's power and your provision, we can begin to spread God's light in a spiritually darkened place. With your help, God's Spirit can turn the tide of humanistic thinking as the people realize that the hope they desperately seek can only be found in Jesus Christ. God has called us to raise up a church in both Finland and Iceland, yet we cannot possibly do this on our own. Years ago, God impressed upon us the necessity of developing a team that would help us impact the nations where we work. If God is speaking to you about either Finland or Iceland, there are 3 ways that you can get involved. First of all, you can pray. We can assure you that your involvement in our intercessor team will greatly affect the ministry that occurs in these nations. Secondly, not everyone can go, but everyone can give. Finally, we need help. Our goal is to create target teams that will work together for 2 to 6 months at a time in order to touch these nations with the love of Jesus. If God has spoken to you about becoming an associate in missions, and if you have the blessing of your pastor, we would enjoy speaking to you about this. Will you pray? Will you give? Can you go? We welcome your involvement in ministry to Finland and Iceland. God has a vision. God has a plan. He simply needs people like you and me who are willing to be involved in making His plan